The IG of police in Nigeria has resigned from his office. That is no news. But we can now tell you more information as to why he resigned. I didn't do a video reporting about his resignation, but now there's more details emerging online as to why he resigned. Before we get into that, guys, I am going to give you guys my source because I put out videos like this on TikTok, and there's something that has been consistent with people on TikTok. Those people, they rage bait me, and their rage bait is working. They get on my nerves. I will make a video. Okay, I need to calm down. You guys on YouTube are nicer to me than people on TikTok. Okay, I will make a video and I will put a screenshot of the news media that I'm quoting on the video, and I will say it verbally and say so news is reporting. For example, Channels TV is reporting, Premium Times is reporting, but they will still come into my comment and ask me, who is your source? Why are you lying? But I told you who my source is. Why are you still asking me? So, like I said, it's people on TikTok who do that. You guys have not done that to me here on YouTube, because you can't penalize me when I'm telling you who my source is. You can't come and call me fake news. You can't come and say I'm lying to people when I'm literally telling you I'm quoting this media organization, or they tell me or they ask me who's your source. I have said it. Can't you open your ears and listen? Okay, you guys are nice on YouTube. You guys have not done that to me, so I shouldn't shout at you guys. Okay, let's get into this. I just want to take my time to say this before I get into this video, because the things I would say here, you may not agree, or you may think, oh, I just made this up. I did not make this up. I'm quoting Premium Times. In case you don't know who Premium Times is an investigative news media outlet in Nigeria. They do a good job. They've broken some of the biggest news stories in the country, and we'll get into that. But yeah, let's get into the reason why the IG of police resigned. First of all, he said he was resigning. The communications person to the president confirmed his resignation, and Mr. Kayode told us that he was resigning because of family reasons. I want to categorically state that I am sorry, but I am Nigerian enough to not believe it when a public officer resign. Like, I do not believe that a public officer in Nigeria can resign for integrity reasons, can resign for family reasons, can resign for social reasons. I do not think they can resign. I believe that sometimes they are asked to resign, or sometimes they are forced to resign, or else they will be fired. And being fired is very shameful. Nobody wants to be fired. And I've noticed that even the president gives people that honor to resign. They don't like to fire people. I don't know why they do that. So I do not believe that any Nigerian politician, any Nigerian public officer will resign. Guys, people pay money to get government jobs, and you want to tell me a government appointee will merely resign in Nigeria? I do not believe that an African or a Nigerian public office holder would resign for whatever reason on earth. I just don't believe it. I'm sorry, you can penalize me. Anyways, so Mr. Kayode gave his reasons for resigning. He said he was resigning because of family reasons. There is no family reason. I'm sorry, I'm yet to see that family reason that would warrant an IG of police to resign. Do you know the kind of power and authority you have as an IG of police? So I am yet to see any family reason, even health reason. Nigerian politicians, Nigerian public office holders, they don't mind dying on their sick bed. They will not resign. I am Nigerian enough to know what that means. I made some notes here on my phone because I don't want to be talking. I don't want to lose my train of thought. It's very easy for me to do. So now let's look at some of the reasons why he resigned. Premium Times is reporting that there are 3 reasons why he resigned, and they confirmed this with people who work in government, people who have direct source and knowledge to his resignation. The first reason that we were given is that Mr. Kayode did not believe in state policing. If you recall, Tinubu has been trying to establish state policing. He has been testing the waters, talking about state policing, and that is something he wants to do. Personally, I don't have an opinion about state policing yet. I can, sleep on that, gather my thoughts, make another video. But Premium Times is reporting that Mr. Kayode didn't like the idea of state policing. Guys, I also found this reporting from 2024 on Premium Times, where Mr. Kayode said in a public event how just talking against state policing, how it's not a good idea. So apparently this is not the first time he's talking against state policing. This is online. You can go look for it and watch it. So please if you type in the title, the news article will come up, maybe from Premium Times or from other media outlets. Because he felt like some governors in Nigeria will misuse state policing, so he didn't like the idea, and because of that, him and the president, I think they had a conflict of interest there. I don't know. And the second reason, according to Premium Times, is that the president, if you recall, back in November, the president gave an order asking that all police escort be withdrawn from VIPs and be put back into the police force to serve Nigerians, because that is what they are meant to do. These people are supposed to serve us, but they are serving the 1%. So the president asked that they be withdrawn. Guys, I was in Nigeria in December. I will tell you that some of these police were still doing escort for VIPs. We even see it on social media. So that is crazy. So according to Premium Times, that was one of the reasons the president felt like Mr. Kayode didn't really enforce that because it was still happening. And the third reason here is because I'm going to have to read that here. The third reason, according to a source that briefed Premium Times, is because Mr. Kayode was blacklisted by the International Press Institute, I think, of Nigeria. And that was because the presidents were concerned about the attacks and harassment that journalists faced under the regime of Mr. Kayode, the IGP, the former IGP, I would say. Guys, I think the International Press Institute of Nigeria is affiliated with the International Center of Investigative Reporting. Anyways, this is a proof that he was actually blacklisted. He was also blacklisted alongside the governor of Niger State and the governor of Akwa Ibom. So, according to this report, journalists were assaulted under this man's regime, and some of the policemen who assaulted journalists, didn't face punishment. So the president felt like it was shameful. I'm not gonna lie, some people I didn't think Tinubu could pull emotion like this. It's okay, guys, if you don't believe anything, if you don't want to believe this, or you don't want to believe Premium Times. I believe Premium Times. Trust is earned. They have earned my trust. But now I want to look into some public stories that we know about some government or public officials who resigned, the reasons they gave, and what we later got to know as their reasons for actually resigning. I don't know. I want us to... Do you guys remember this guy? I'm going to put this picture. Ajuri Ngelele. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his last name. Forgive me. Oh, some of you might have forgotten him because he's no longer in the news. He used to be on the media a lot because he was the former spokesperson of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But he was fired. No, I won't say he was fired. He stepped down. He resigned. And when he resigned, he said he was stepping down because of medical matters, medical reasons affecting his family. These people love to use medical reasons and family reasons, right? I feel like that's the easiest thing to just say. That's the easiest cop out for them. Well, Premium Times reported that he actually left because he got some intel that he could have been fired. And it looked like there were a lot of internal disagreements happening within the president's circle that involved him. There was a lot of internal, conflicts and all of that. And so he quietly stepped away because he was going to be fired, according to Premium Times, I would say. And now I want us to look at the Minister of Defense, Mohammed Abubakar. That's the former Minister of Defense. He resigned, and when he was quitting, he said he was quitting for health grants. Guys, again, like I said, no Nigerian minister, governor, president, public office holder is quitting on health grants. These people would go travel outside, get their treatment, and still hold their office. Have you not heard of ghost workers, people who refuse to resign because they want to be getting money? I do not believe that any of these people have so much integrity that they want to protect and they will, rather resign. No, I don't believe that. I don't buy that. Well, it turns out that Premium Times did not do a follow-up story as to why he resigned, but we later saw that the president was shaking up his cabinet, and the former chief of defense staff became the Minister of Defense. So it tells me that this was something masterminded and planned by the president, and maybe he was given the honor to resign. And now I want us to look at another person, the Nigeria former Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology, Uche Nnaji, who resigned, and he said that he was a target of blackmail by political opponents. Guys, this man resigned after the news broke out. It was Premium Times again who even broke this news, where he forged his university certificate. The certificate that he gave the National Assembly, UNN says that they cannot authenticate that certificate because it does not exist in their records. So this man allegedly forged the certificate according to Premium Times, and he did not even acknowledge that in his resignation letter. He could not even take responsibility. He only said, oh, they are blackmailing me. Blackmailing you for what? So when you look at these track records of people who have lied about the reasons why they resigned, you want me to believe that the IG of police resigned because of whatever reasons he gave? I'm sorry, I don't believe that. If you don't want to believe Premium Times, it's okay, but I cannot believe that the IG resigned because of whatever reasons. These people do not have that much integrity. I can't buy that. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye now.